Hey everybody, I am not Luke Kappa, but I do work for Blister, and we are here to talk about the brand new for the 2021 season Blizzard Cochise 106. So the Cochise has been in Blizzard's lineup for a decade now. The ski has seen some tweaks and iterations to it across those 10 years, but this has been a staple ski that really has been a defining ski in kind of that category of modern day charger. You'll see a lot of people skiing pretty hard on this ski. You've seen a lot of people competing on this ski over the years. And the story that Blizzard is telling with the new Cochise 106 is that their intention was to bring the Cochise back a bit more in line with some of those earlier iterations of the Cochise. So the big question really, I think, is what does Blizzard mean when they say that they're bringing the Cochise back in line with some of the earlier iterations of the ski? And one of their big claims is that while the ski is still strong, it is back to being a bit more accessible than the Cochise has been in the previous season or two. So how did they achieve this greater accessibility? Arguably, one reason when looking at the shape, Blizzard has taken the Cochise down from 108 millimeters wide all the way down to 106 millimeters wide. And perhaps a bigger thing is the stated side cut radius of the 185 centimeter Cochise went from being 28 meters to now 24 meters. When we're talking about the rocker profile of the ski, honestly, it is very, very similar to several previous iterations of the Cochise that we still have on hand. And when we A, B, and C these skis directly, the changes are subtle, to say the least. And in keeping with that subtlety, when we talk about the flex pattern of these skis, I'd say that's also a very subtle thing when we are flexing the three iterations of the Cochise that we have here in Blister HQ. If Blizzard is making this ski more accessible, it's not super obvious that that is happening through the shape of the ski or the rocker profile or the flex pattern. Now, some of you may be asking, well, what about the construction of the ski? This Cochise 106 still does have two sheets of metal running through the ski, and it does still have the carbon tips and tails that were a feature of the most recent iterations of the Cochise. So where is the big difference? The biggest thing we'd have to point to is the weight of the ski. So the Cochise 106 is coming in at around 2,237 grams per ski. Earlier iterations of the Cochise that we have weighed come in around 2,350 to 2,380 grams. So we've got about 150 gram reduction in weight per ski with the Cochise 106. And then just for the record, one other thing that stays consistent with the Cochise 106 with all of the previous Cochises is that this new ski still has that traditional mount point that we've always found on the Cochise. It's about minus 11 centimeters behind true center. So just to recap, Blizzard is claiming that this new Cochise 106 is now more accessible, but when it comes to the shape, the rocker profile, the mount point, and the construction of the skis, we're not seeing much difference at all, certainly no radical differences. If there's a single significant difference that we can point to, it's this ski got a bit lighter, 150 grams per ski. Still not a light ski, 2,237 grams is our average, so we still expect this ski to perform pretty well in variable conditions. Did it get much more accessible? We'll be weighing in on that very soon. And for more on the Cochise 106, you can head over to blisterreview.com to catch our written first look, where you'll get our measured specs, weight comparisons, and get a sense of some of the skis that we think are going to be the closest competitors to this new Cochise 106.